What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Polar Podcast. It's been quite a while, actually, not that long. Here today, me, Lex, joined with Aiden.
Hi, I'm Aiden. I had a breakfast burrito for breakfast today. My dad made it. It had hash browns inside, and I had hash brown on the side. I was gonna have 2 extra pancakes, but I could not eat it.
And we also got Camden.
Hi, my name's Camden, and I did not have a breakfast burrito.
Okay. Well, y'all are probably pretty surprised we're back. This podcast kind of slowed down after a while because nothing was happening and it was really boring. But now we're back in school. It's kind of a little bit more exciting. Got stuff to talk about. Start today talking. We have an election coming up at the end of this week for student body president with our man Kale and Haley. They're running as opposing candidates, and Kale's going to be on later in the podcast in the other episode, and that is awesome.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, that's going to be. We've had Gael as a guest.
We've had PNW Marco every single time.
PNW Marco, still waiting on him. I mean, I still see his stories on Snapchat. He's too busy playing with Beyblades and driving around in his Subaru. But yeah, we also had Leo as our guest before.
I forgot.
So Kale's going to be added to the guest of Leo, Gael,
PNW Marco.
and yeah, PNW. We'll put him on the list even though he never actually came.
He was
Cool.
hyped up about
He
4
was.
times.
He was.
Change up a little bit. We're not gonna have any probably no bonus episodes or anything like that for a while. And then we're hoping to get 2 episodes a week, one alone and one with a guest. I think that's how it's gonna go. And so, have any suggestions or you want to be a guest on the show? Reach out to us and let us know. We have a couple planned up already. Hopefully that'll be pretty exciting. So, you guys want to start talking about these campaigns?
I think we should.
I think we should first speak about the fact that there's supposed to be 6 of us here right now.
Oh yeah. So go it. Explain it, Aiden. I'm too
so
mad.
we've been kind of planning this for since last weekend, I want to say, right? That's
yeah.
And then we were kind of like, how about Wednesday? We'll do it. So we all were like, we had different times planned, and then but yesterday at a reasonable time, it wasn't like at midnight or anything. It was a reasonable time. We decided that, or we figured that we should do it at 10:30 is when we should show up for this first podcast, and then 11:30 for the second one with Kale. Then nobody says no. John's the only one that said I might not be able to make the first one, or I'll be late or something, but he didn't for sure say anything. So we were like, okay, that's fine. Then I was running a little late, but I was still here on time, but I was here literally at 10:30. And I'm driving down the street, and I'm like, oh, let's see, where am I gonna park? All of a sudden, I only see Lex's car and Camden's car, and that's it. And I was like, oh, I must not be running late then. So I park, I get inside, and I see Lex and Camden are the only ones here, and I ask where everybody else is. 2 of the people canceled. John and Carson said they weren't gonna make it, and Ty is busy.
Yeah, I asked John for his schedule for 3 times because it kept changing, so I could
Yeah.
pick the perfect time for us to do this podcast, so everybody could be here. And then it all came crashing down. I don't know. I texted Carson this morning. I'm like, "Are you coming?" He's like, "No." And I text Ty, and he's like, "Oh, I'm actually doing something." And we've been talking about this for a long time, and apparently nobody knew they couldn't make it. And it's kind of lame, but it's okay. We got us. I mean, this is pretty much, it was most of us 3 and then Carson every time.
Yeah.
But Carson didn't come today. I don't know what he's doing. Hopefully, he'll be back later. I think John is coming to the second episode. Hope so. Y'all should all pressure them to show up, so it's not just us 3 next time. But
Yeah.
that's okay.
Feel free to make fun of any of them, at school or anything.
Yeah. If you just want to go up to, I don't know, Carson and throw some eggs at him or something.
Please do.
Maybe just jump them.
Just jump the guy.
Double flying kick in the back.
Oh yes, that's
Anybody
gonna
know
happen.
karate?
no karate. No,
Is the talent show released yet?
no,
You guys weren't at the talent show.
no.
Oh, so I was a judge for the talent show.
I
And
heard
I had to set
the-
it up, and
Yeah.
Colt Green, he was doing martial arts.
I heard that
That
the
is
stage
awesome.
collapsed on him.
Yeah, there was a little mishap. He was
The stage collapsed on him.
he went hard with the moves, and the stage is it was a bunch of little table kind of things, and they were all shaking, and so it was probably made of 9, 3 and 3, And so he was moving around, walking back and forth, doing his move system music. And you see him go on the very bottom left, and then he walks away. And it drops like halfway down. It gets like sideways. And so everybody who's watching can tell, oh, that's going to fall. Please, Colt, whatever you do not go back, walk over there and stand on it. And so he does a couple moves over on the right side. And then he comes back, does some kind of kick, and it just falls.
No.
Straight through.
No.
And, oh, man, it felt so bad. Luckily, he was okay. And, yeah, it was sad. Because I think everybody knew it was going to fall except for him.
Oh.
Then he went over and did it, and then it
He's just
fell
too
off.
into it. Too into it.
Yeah, I liked his performance, though. It was sick.
Sounds like a grand finale.
It
Yeah.
does.
Not
Sounds
a
like
lot
a
of
night.
people do more. Yeah, he actually broke the stage on purpose.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
show
yeah,
his
yeah.
strength. But yeah, so that was that, and then Kale and I went over and we all fixed the stage and stuff, and then he finished his performance, did some sick,
Okay.
That's
What-
cool.
what's it called in yoga? The word you say?
Like bow, I don't know.
Namaste.
Namaste. Yeah.
Oh,
He did one
okay,
of those.
yeah,
He
yeah.
lined up his chakras, and he was all good after that. So yeah, that was a fun time. I think the talent show is coming out either like Thursday or Friday.
That should be entertaining.
A lot of singers like
A lot.
usual.
More
Um,
interesting.
And then we got it was planned to be a science experiment, turned out more to be like a comedy skit. The science experiment actually didn't work out that well, but the girl, I forget her name, but she really turned it around and made a bunch of jokes, and it was pretty entertaining. And then, yeah, a bunch of singers.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you guys leaning towards one of these candidates specifically?
Yes, I guess. I don't
Kale?
know. Yeah.
Probably Kale. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Kale.
Kale's solid. I'm not gonna lie. I've been reading both of their things, and we'll probably pull them up in a second. But there has been some things that both people put out that I don't think are the best idea. But we can just start reading them now if you guys
Yeah, I
want.
mean, I think
Yeah.
Kale's got a pretty stacked resume, so that's the main reason. And also,
I feel like he's very passionate about it.
Yeah.
Kale's been around, and one of his big traits is like he takes things pretty seriously,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that can be good in a lot of cases. Because he really wants to get something done, and that's been a big thing that I didn't really like about the leadership class is that nothing actually ever happens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So if Kale, him and I were just talking about that, just me and him a bit ago, and I told him how somebody needs to get in charge and actually like change things and put in a structure,
Mm-hmm.
and so hopefully that'll be him.
Yeah.
Should we start with Haley or Kale?
Oh, we're talking about Kale. Probably just do Kale's.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's Kale and Piper. They're running together. Look, guys, we made this sick new recording system where I can just press a button and it starts recording the screen. I saw that they posted this recently. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of makes me sad. Their stance against fascism. I thought they were the fascist candidate, and that's why they had my vote. But it's over now. Endorsed by Maya. Seems like it. Cool, I guess, if you're a fan of Maya. Oh wait, let's check this one out. Why did
Yeah.
Kale and Piper make such a good team? They worked on projects together. It's very true. They're in the same committee in leadership class, and that's pretty cool. And Piper put this thing together. I thought that was sick. Different backgrounds. Okay. Planning, goal setters. Okay. Follow through.
Okay.
That's important.
I think like one of their first posts is like their resumes.
This one.
Yeah.
Sorry to announce they're running
Wait,
for
can we
it.
talk about the important question? How do the candidates feel about death grips?
Oh yeah.
No
I
reply
liked-
to that, but
I know. Like, maybe we should ask Kale.
we should ask him.
Okay, saving that question for the second podcast with Kale. How did the candidates feel about
We
death
will
grips?
we will answer that question for you, Malcolm.
So yeah, this is their announcement that they're running. You want to read it?
Who?
Camden.
Okay. Kale is an energetic soul who enjoys public speaking, reading books, and all the above, helping people. Kale, before being NHS primary assembly speaker, gave motivational sports speeches to his friends, which resulted in passion for public speaking. Besides speaking, Kale is an avid book reader. Kale also last year's humanitarian award winner. He has always been there for any Cub who was in need. Yeah, that's his resume. The speeches one's very true because in football, my freshman year and sophomore year, he would always come before the game and get us all hyped up.
Yeah.
So those were always really fun. Those were always like like you like knew he was coming, like you'd be like, oh, Kale's coming, or like, and then we'd be all excited, and then he'd do the speech, and then we just get more excited. So yeah.
Yeah. The Storm team, the basketball team for middle school, Marcus was on it. So Kale would be at the games every once in a while, and he would come talk to the basketball team. That was a good time. He's always been a cool guy, regardless of all this, his stances on whatever. Himself is just, he's a cool guy. I like that. So, oh hey John, what are you doing
John.
here? Let's go.
Okay, you guys, don't trash John anymore.
Okay, John's okay.
Yeah, John's okay.
Do you have a mic, dude?
He-
You didn't bring a mic?
He doesn't have a mic. Just grab the rock band.
Rock band.
Oh, the Rock Band mic.
He only has the blue snowball. You want him to bring that?
That mic that's on the counter, John. I thought you had a mic. And plug it into the back of the computer. Okay, and then find a seat somewhere. We'll keep talking about Kale. Moving on to Piper.
Right in front of the camera. by the way.
Yeah. Piper, 3-sport athlete at NHS, who has 3 years of leadership experience throughout her time in Newport School. She enjoys spending time outdoors with her friends and family, traveling, playing guitar, and cooking and playing sports. She's a solid guitar player. She was in the talent show. She did a good job. So yeah, Piper's been around a long time, as well as her sister. She's the current ASB president. So both of them and their family has been involved in leadership throughout the community, and that's cool. And that was their kind of introductions. Their goals is what I really like to base everything off of. John, let me make sure your mic is working. John, you want to? Say hi, John.
Hello.
There you go. Your mic's
Yeah, it
working just
works.
fine. Hopefully, it sounds good at the level it's at. Everyone, welcome John to the podcast.
Oh.
Okay, now John's
Just-
here.
Louis did
Sick.
jump.
Okay. John, do you endorse Kale or Haley for ASB president?
Kale.
Why?
Because he gave me a button.
Nice.
Solid reasoning.
I heard he was against fascism, though.
Oh, well, he gave me a button, so.
I see. School spirit, definitely a big thing for them. Include people. Regardless of who it is, I feel both candidates. It's pretty easy running for a position, a public figure position, to just say a lot of stuff and say this is what we important. It's all nice to hear about it, but really that's not important. I think candidates need to focus on what they're actually going to do and like the things they'll put in place. So really cool that you want to do school spirit and inclusiveness. Would have liked a little to know how. That's okay. Promoting school clubs and community events, accomplish this. Seems like they're gonna use the school TVs, use the intercom to spread information about upcoming events. I hope that's pretty expected from no matter who's in charge.
Yeah.
Is if you're putting on an event, you need to announce it, right?
Yeah.
Right, John?
Yes.
How's Louis doing over there?
He's doing
Nice.
good.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's their goals. Okay.
Those seem pretty accomplishable. Not setting too crazy of goals for themselves.
Yeah,
which is important, I'd say.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of made it more broad, which can be better because then you're not. Yeah, because like I feel like
You
a
don't wanna
lot of
be
people they'll
trapped.
be like, we want to do this, and one day we want to have this event, then we want to have this event, and then once the time comes, they're like, oh, how do we actually do that? And then they don't end up doing it. Whereas if they keep it like more broad like that, then they can probably accomplish more things without
Yeah.
being held to a certain standard or something like that.
Here's something I want to talk about. We missed this. Wait, I need to check something. So they talked about wanting a student advisory board. They said they are looking further expand student council with a student advisory board. This board would hold positions of students who may not be in leadership or in the club but are looking to better overall the well-being of Newport High School. What are you guys' first interpretations of that?
Well, I mean,
So it's like a place where they can come talk, I guess, or get their voice out. Is that what that's supposed to be?
Yeah, that's how they're announcing it.
Okay. I mean, you could always just use Instagram, but to DMs or something. But it's more accessible, I'd say.
So my first thought it seems like one, they identified a disconnect between the kids in leadership and the rest of the student population.
Mm-hmm.
And so they said, we need to hear more about kids that aren't in leadership. And so what we're going to do is make a board in leadership for people that sign up to leadership to go and join that board and speak on behalf of the students.
Okay.
If it's executed and performed correctly, I think it can be cool.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If it's optional to kids that sign up for leadership and it's hosted by leadership, you're just going to get the same leadership kids,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
I think it's a better idea if you just picked random students. I will have to ask Kale how he wants to do it specifically.
Yeah.
Because if he just picked random students from the school and said, okay, you guys are all kind of in a group, and if you want to, you can give us some feedback on stuff we're going to do. But also, everybody in leadership is a student at the school.
Yeah.
I feel like they're connected to, probably not all of it, but a big portion of the student body.
Yeah.
John, what were you doing this morning?
I was going to do a photo shoot with Aiden.
Oh, I thought you already did that.
I was going to do it, but then he chickened out.
What? Why?
I don't know. He told. He came up with some excuse, and he said, "Let's do it another day."
Aw.
But you guys are still going to do it?
Hopefully. There's
That'd
Is
be very
it-
fun.
Is it a swimsuit calendar?
it's something like that. Something like that.
Exciting. Is it going to be like mass distributed? Can I buy one?
You can pre-order one.
Where do we pre-order one?
Let's go.
Just ask Johan.
Is Johan your sales guy?
Yeah.
You want? Okay.
We'll hang one up like right on the wall right here. I don't know
That'd
how.
be cool.
Can we get a massive one? Can I get like a 10 by 10 poster of you and Aiden? 10 by 10's a little big,
man.
It's gonna be the ceiling.
That's-
It's gonna be
that's-
like Michelangelo painting on the ceiling.
Just a very stretched photo of Aiden. That'd be good. That'd be good.
So you're doing a calendar.
Yeah.
Sick, man.
That's what I'm working on right now.
When's it supposed to be out?
I don't know. It just this idea just kind of came out of nowhere. So
I like it though.
Yeah.
Did you like? Are you gonna like print it, or did you find a thing online where you just put pictures in it and then you get a calendar? Or
we have no.
Not thought
we
that
have
far?
no
I think you can do it
structure.
online. They're
probably do it online. Cool. So that's that. That's Piper and Kale.
pretty solid.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
bad. I think them as people do a good job. They have good values. And they get stuff done. Very cool. I'm excited. I definitely have questions, and I'm excited to talk to Kale about it. Wait, I want to read what Maya has to say. If you were to ask me to pick two of the most hardworking young entrepreneurs, sure. In our school, I would say Kale and Piper. With the mix of their compassion, but also persistence and perseverance, we are sure to see changes within our school that will benefit every student and alumni at NHS. It's a nice little stance from Maya Stout. If I had to pick a favorite entrepreneur, it would also be Kale.
Yeah.
Jeez, they posted a lot. It's
Yeah.
pretty. It's colorful. It's colorful.
yeah.
It's making me lean the other way. I would have liked to see some more colors from Kale and Piper. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe a little
They had
bit.
school colors, no?
They use lemons well. Not gonna lie about
Lemons?
that.
Lemons.
Ooh.
I think the one with their face is like that. Them.
I like Sprite. Sprite has lemons in it. John, you want to read it
Oh, that's true.
about Haley Carmody?
Yeah. Haley Carmody has been involved in a number of things. She has been a member of AVID for 5 years, is your current junior class president, attending 2 leadership classes where she leads a mental health awareness committee. She has also started and co-ran the art club at NHS. She is an avid reader, a published author, and an artist. She has volunteered in many events, including sock drives, canned food drives, and vaccine clinics. Haley is determined to improve the school.
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
She seems to also have a good resume. I think seems like she's done a lot. From my perspective, I feel like she's been kind of quiet about it.
Yeah.
Like, this is all cool stuff.
Yeah.
I've never really known about it, and
Yeah.
like I'm in leadership as well.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And a big thing is like, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but like, and obviously because COVID, it kind of very limits your things a lot. But I feel like as junior class president, that's like the first year that the class president really like does a lot. And I just feel like I haven't seen. Maybe she could have been. She may be doing things, and I just don't know about it. Like she
Mhm.
may be quiet, like you said. But from what I've seen, there hasn't been much that's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's-
She is currently the junior class president.
Yeah.
And I heard about that. I heard about it twice. Once yesterday when she spoke in front of the leadership class, and another time like last year when the elections happened.
Yeah.
And then between
Yeah, I
those two
haven't-
times, I haven't heard anything.
Yeah.
So like the junior class president's supposed to be in charge of prom, that got canceled.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They're kind of overall in charge of fundraising. And I don't know if she's done a lot for the junior class.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's possible that COVID like limited everything she could do, but that it is very true that I haven't really heard much.
I mean, you guys aren't leadership. Did you know her? She was the junior class president.
No,
I had no
Yeah.
idea.
I didn't know.
Yeah, that's a big thing in the leadership of the school is that nobody really knows who's in charge or what the person in charge is allowed to do.
Yeah.
And I'm really gonna look for a candidate that can change that.
Mhm.
Seems, I know she's been supported by a good amount of people, and Shay, her vice president.
Mm.
Wanna read it, Aiden?
Hmm?
You wanna read it?
Oh, sure. Shay is a Newport native attending LCSD since preschool. She values the environment, equal and fair political voices, making and keeping people happy, and sharing her thoughts with those around her. She has been a part of the AVID program for 4 years and is in National Honor Society. She works in the Parks and Rec department. She has volunteered for Oregon Outdoors, and she spends her time volunteering at the aquarium and doing what she can to make the world a better place.
Can you read that last sentence again? And look out for misspellings.
She has volunteered for Oregon Outdoors, and she spends her time volunteering at the aquarium and doing what she can to make the world a better place.
Okay. First off, they said Oregon are doors, and then they also
Oh.
said dong. Instead of doing.
I noticed the first time I read this like on my phone, I noticed that there were spelling errors. I don't know if those were the.
I didn't notice them until just now. She's
Dong.
volunteering at the
Dong.
aquarium and dong. What she can do to make the world a better place. Hey,
Wait,
I'm not
volunteering
trying
at the aquarium. What's a dong? And dong.
I think she meant doing, but
I
they
know,
accidentally
yeah,
said
yeah.
dong.
I know.
That's pretty funny.
That is.
Hey, man. No roasting against their spelling, but
yeah.
if you're gonna be a public figure, might not want to talk about dongs. Talk about dongs. Want to minimize your dong talk as much as you can. That's okay. She seems like a cool person. I like that she's into the
Yeah.
outdoors, and she works at Parks and Rec. That's kind of sick. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Very cool though. It's cool that you value the environment. Student body president is not going to do anything to change the environment of like the school, like what it does to the environment. I don't think that's going to be a thing.
But if she
Yeah.
organizes like event,
Yeah.
like cleaning, like doing
Yeah,
like,
no,
stuff like
cleaning would
that.
be awesome.
It's a nice
Deep
trait to
cleaning.
have.
It is.
It necessarily won't be like used in the scenario, but it's a nice trait to have.
Yeah. I think like environment wise, it kind of takes something like changing a lot, and that's just not a responsibility that the student body really gets. Cool. Oh wait, that's a whole different post, bro. Did they say anything else? Oh no.
that's it. Yeah.
Which one should we read? Have you guys read any of these?
I think I read like the intentions one at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Is
that a lemon
intentions
one?
is-
Oh.
That probably means their goals, basically.
Yeah.
I kind of like the lemon ones. Hey, he asked it too. He asked it here. I like the consistency.
Yeah.
I do too.
And
We need an answer though, Malcolm.
Oh,
we are
wait.
getting you an answer.
here, we gotta reply to him. What should we say?
I don't know.
I agree with this question.
We'll get. Actually, let's say
We'll get you an answer.
Yeah, we'll get you an answer. Podcast tonight. No, I don't know. Okay. Oh. Okay, good. I thought you were gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go, guys. Posted. Posted
job.
up. Everybody go like my comment.
Good job. Good job.
Back to intentions of Haley and Shay. DMs are always open. Slide into our DMs as student body president. John, can you DM them right now? I don't know. Just say, you up?
No, don't say that.
maybe not done.
We want to hear from all you. Every voice matters, and we listen to every suggestion. That's cool. I hope they do it. Deconstructing the norm. John, take it away.
Haley and Shay plan on deconstructing the expectation of ASB presidents. They work side by side, and while they aren't in sports, they spend their time in other needed places with less recognition, such as in volunteer and work settings. They work hard for what they get in life.
Okay,
That font
nice.
was very hard to read.
What, did somebody say something?
Ty's on his way.
Yeah,
Oh, let's go. Well, and Kale's supposed to be here in like 15 minutes. The future of the school. Aiden, you want to read it?
Sure. Haley and Shay care about making changes that will last after they're gone. Changes that future students should be able to appreciate and have the privilege for those changes to be granted to them. They want to establish policies that will outlive their time at the school. Changes that need to be made no matter what.
Okay, it's a pretty good thing, but what are they?
Yeah.
I think that goes with both cases, like both
Yeah.
of them. We can't
Yeah,
not just
yeah,
them,
both
like
of the
Hale and Piper.
candidates.
It's like they're saying what they want to do, and that sounds good, but there's no just an example.
There's no examples. Which
Yeah.
I mean, an example can trap you into but
Yeah.
also it
If
also
it's
be
so
nice.
important, then you should be able
if
to
it's
still manage to do that if you are president.
See. Oh, private. Private, trying to be a public figure? I don't know. Sounds a little contradicting. Well,
those are pretty solid intentions as
Yeah.
well.
That was it.
I'm interested in the
This. One month plan. This is. I think.
Oh,
this is
Great Leap Forward? Question mark.
I know.
Oh.
This is literally the 5-year plan.
Oh no.
Grain.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Great focus
everybody
grain.
has to bring a big bag of grain to school, and we're gonna collect them all and then sell it to other schools, and everybody's gonna starve. Main focus been clear: mental health awareness, inclusion in the arts. Cool.
Okay, that's a little bit more descriptive.
The
That's
arts,
nice.
art showcases for student and teacher volunteers, redecorating our school with volunteer painted artworks.
That's cool.
It's not bad. I mean, that's a low key thing, but yeah, I think it'd be cool to have some art in the hallways when we walk along, and then as well as a showcase.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that doesn't necessarily need to be a responsibility of the student body president. I think that whoever's in charge of the art program can put that on themselves.
But if
But if you
they,
want to support it, that's cool.
yeah, and if they feel like that has not happened yet, like from the art people, then I guess that's
Yeah,
cool.
they can
That's
push
good.
that idea.
I
Yeah.
haven't taken art, I don't really.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that is the case. Maybe people aren't getting what they want for like the art students. Maybe they want more.
Yeah, an art show is actually a sick idea.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. If it was me and I was like, I really want an art show, I would probably go talk to McEnany and say, let's put on an art show rather than trying to get elected as student body president. But it's cool, and I hope if they get it, they do put that on. And also, I hope if one candidate has a good idea and they don't win, the other candidate goes ahead and does it anyways.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think that
Yeah.
that's what's going to be overall best for the school.
Yeah, I hope that whoever doesn't get nominated, I hope they aren't completely unmotivated and to not do any. Like, I hope if they aren't nominated, they still talk to the new presidents and they're like, we should still,
Yeah.
like, let's say Kale and Piper win. I hope that Haley and Shay are still like, we should still do this art show. Like, they go and talk to them rather than just not do anything afterwards, and vice versa.
Bringing the school together. This is what Ty was talking about last night. The buddy system, volunteer students making new friends with new students. That's kind of like, what's it called? Link crew of sorts,
Yeah.
but it seems more like longer lasting.
Yeah.
And adopt a senior, allowing freshmen to feel more comfortable in a new environment and creating memorable experiences for both parties to be involved. Somebody just rang my doorbell.
Maybe Kale.
Club fair, allowing you an opportunity to talk with each other. Okay, you guys got to all
Yeah.
go answer the door.
All right.
That it seems pretty interesting. The
Fair.
whole volunteer though part, I don't know how many volunteers you're actually gonna get.
Some of it seems, like Lex said, Link crew, but like longer lasting.
Yeah.
And seems more, I guess, personal. Is there any more? Any
No,
more?
that was it.
Oh my gosh, that's high DPI.
Wait, go back on. I want to read it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, hold on. There we go.
This one. It sounds interesting. I don't know how you set this up, but I mean, I'm sure you could figure out a way. with
Yeah.
leadership or something.
Yeah, I think that is something that I don't know. I've been at Newport since second grade, so like I haven't really felt like I needed a buddy system.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that new students feel like they do.
It would be useful for them, yeah.
Yeah, I think that they would appreciate it or adopt a senior. The only thing about that is I feel like there'd only be limited people that actually want, like limited seniors that actually want to like be like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. You know.
Supply and demand might be.
Yeah. Hi, Kale.
What's up, everyone? We got Kale. So we're gonna call this the end of the episode. Might talk a little bit more about this, and then go to the next episode if you want to see our interview with Kale. Very cool. Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Just finished interview with Kale. Went pretty well, I'd say so. There's the four of us. John had to head out to his basketball thing. Me, Aiden, Camden, and now Ty's here. Ty made it to the interview with Kale, and now he's here.
Hey.
And that's Ty. So the interview overall, I'd say it went pretty well. We had a lot of deep questions, difficult to answer questions for him, and he did probably pretty solid job at answering them. And yeah, so I hope a lot of people watch that, and it kind of gives them insight into who they should vote for. Yeah.
Now that Ty's here, let's get
Ty was
You had a
telling us
little
the story
yeah, a little
earlier
story.
about the opposing candidate to Kale, and Ty, take it away.
Okay, so I was in class, and then the vice of the opposing,
you can say their name.
Shay was
There's only one opposing
yeah.
candidate.
Okay, whatever. But so Shay was in there, and then some people were wearing like Vote Kale pins, and then Shay, along with some other people that I won't name, or actually I will name. Well,
Get wrecked.
You don't have to.
No, I
Expose 'em,
won't
Ty.
name.
That's what we do on the podcast.
I won't name.
Oh, we also had Brian Tapia on the podcast. That was
Yeah,
a guest we
that's
forgot to
another-
mention
I was
earlier.
gonna- I
She was there
just
for like 5 minutes, though.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Ty.
Okay, yeah, but then so they were doing some interesting so someone was wearing Vote Kale pin,
Uh-huh.
and then they were kind of like, why are you voting for them? Why are you voting for Kale and Piper? Like, what are they doing that we're not? Like, what are they even doing? And kind of being all like guilting them almost into like, I guess it was more, it kind of seemed like gaslighting them for voting for a person. And they were being really like aggressive about it. And it was just, it made me uncomfortable. And it,
I see.
yeah, like I was standing next to them with my Vote Kale pin as well, but no one said anything. And then other people as well that are supporting them pretty heavily were also pretty aggressive in their approach, and they were just kind of like being almost like mean to them for just having a Vote Kale like pin on, and it was kind of weird. I didn't really like it.
It's a different approach from what Kale, because like Kale was saying, he's more of just like a, you can have your own opinion, just participate, please.
Yeah, like he wants people to contribute to the democracy. You could really tell who is closer to a real politician just by the approach, because Kale was very political about it. Like he seemed like a real politician, whereas you could tell that by Shay's behavior, she is just, it seems like she's just a high school politician, like not like a real politician. That because she seemed like she wanted less like democracy, like she wanted like people to pick who they think would do best. She just wanted people to pick her, which obviously Kale does, but he doesn't push that upon people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think I
for
feel
it.
like I remember on their Instagram. What was it called? Like
Haley and Shay.
Yeah. Weren't they like our main focus is to support separate views, opposing views? That was
What?
one of like their main things, I think.
Oh, I don't know.
Aren't every voice matters. Live it. No, that's a different one. Here, let me find it. You say what you were saying.
Okay. Ty, you mentioned earlier about like their ideas. We already looked at their Instagram and went over the ideas that they had like publicly. But you said something about like parking spaces, and there was none of that on the Instagram.
Really?
Do you want to explain that?
Well, we were in class, and then Shay kind of gave a little speech about what their plans were, and they mentioned like being able to buy parking passes, and being able to buy like a parking space and be able to paint it, which to me I think it's kind of cool, but I could care less. I just want to park, and it
Mhm.
seems really like a gimmicky way to get votes because it's not like a real, like it's not really adding anything to our school in my opinion. Like it's making it more artsy and stuff, but I mean like for some people that's cool. For some
Mhm.
people who enjoy art and things, but it almost feels like it's excluding, like all their ideas are kind of pushed towards artists. Like they want people to be able to do art, like murals in the school and have art showcases, but they don't really have any.
Hmm.
It's just kind of like they're pushing a lot of art stuff.
Would
like the
you
arts.
say most people park in the same spot every day? Because I do.
Yeah.
I park in the exact same spot every day already.
I park in the same like area every day.
Yeah. It depends what time I get there at. Really.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't. If you're a capable parker, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
I just park wherever.
I
Yeah.
think if people want to draw their parking spot, I don't know. I mean, you could just show up earlier and bring a box of chalk
Yeah.
and then draw something and then just park there.
If that is something that they are pushing, then I don't know. I feel like that won't really do much. Like maybe that'd be fun for some people, but I feel like if you have like an off period, you leave, you come back. What if the only parking spot open, like on, like if you're trying to park West Campus, is one that already has something? Like, what are you gonna do? Are you
Think
gonna
get a ticket if you park in somebody
yeah? What are
else's
you gonna
parking
do? Are you
spot?
gonna
Yeah.
park there, or like are you just gonna have to go to the East Campus to park and then walk all the way across and then walk back?
I'm gonna
I
bring
guess that's how
a
What would
semi
you
truck
do it.
and take like the whole.
What would
row.
even the like discipline be if you parked in there?
Yeah.
They'd be like,
They
this is
couldn't-
a verbal warning.
They couldn't discipline
know,
you
it'd
for
be
that.
tough.
That would be so
Yeah, no.
stupid. That
It's
would be
yeah.
so dumb.
It's
I don't
fine.
think we have a big enough. I think those people do those at like 6A schools where there's
Yeah,
like
the parking
crazy
lot's too
parking.
small.
parking lots are too small here
West is
And
kinda
like,
whack.
for West. Yeah, West.
They said that you'd have to buy them. They said it would be cheap, but they said you would have to buy them. So what if like we all just went and bought like 5 or
Everything.
6 and then just rented them out? What if
Exactly.
people? What if I want to?
I'm starting a mortgage company.
Parking mortgage.
But the thing is though is it's like, I doubt that would actually work because
because they're authoritarians and they said no, you don't get to do that.
it's not a free market,
Yeah.
is what they're trying to say. So we live in what would it be where we just couldn't buy multiple and we're restricted by government on what we do with our money?
Authoritarianism.
It is
Of sorts, yeah.
authoritarianism?
That's the opposite of libertarianism. Yeah.
Wow. So
Oh my gosh, we got to talk about the thing with them
We-
after this.
After the podcast,
We have a crazy idea.
Well,
you
really
guys don't get
Camden.
to know about it yet. Oh yeah, Ty was here.
yeah, I
it's
was
just
here.
Camden.
I haven't heard it.
basically Polar Productions is going crazy.
It's this Polar channel where this is gonna be. We're becoming a total media conglomerate where we post a variety of different short films and documentaries and a whole bunch of stuff like that. So
That's
look out for that.
sounds interesting.
Yeah.
You're gonna like it, Camden. It's a good idea. It'll be sick.
Yeah.
Kale mentioned Pride Week. And that was not a thing I heard they were planning on before. I don't think,
Yeah.
unless I missed it, it wasn't on their Instagram or anything.
They had like a little thing. It didn't say necessarily.
They
Pride
just
Week.
said like
Inclusion.
They just said like inclusion. They didn't.
Yeah, they were both very vague on their Instagram stuff, so I'm not really sure what
Yeah.
I wasn't really sure what I was voting for.
That's just a politician thing, which
Yeah.
kind of sucks. It's everybody's just
Everyone's
like, oh,
just
we like this
broad.
and like this. But it's cool that you like it, I guess. But what really matters if you're gonna do something that supports it.
They don't really, a lot of politicians don't really say specifically what they're going to do. They just say or they say what they're gonna do, but they don't say how they're gonna do it. So I have
Mhm.
trouble believing them.
Yeah.
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 That's a pretty common thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, I didn't really find it. I found more just like it was saying like every voice matters, which if they're gonna be like earlier, like you were saying, if they're pushing one idea where only they are right,
Mhm.
that's not really every voice matters.
No, it's not.
I feel like from the approaches of the two sides, I don't know. It feels more like one side, and I guess I could be wrong. I mean, from what I've seen, it feels like one side is doing it to win and improve the school, and the other side maybe doing it to win to be able to write it down, like write it on a resume or something.
That's true because I know Kale.
I mean,
and
maybe I'm wrong, but that's just like from I don't know. That's just what it seems like, you know.
I know
I
Kale
hope that's not the case, but
very well. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
I
you
didn't. But he definitely is taking a lot of pride in what he's doing, and he's not just doing it for a resume, like something that looks bright and shiny on his resume. He's doing it because he wants to be a politician, and this is very good experience for
Mhm.
being a politician. And quite frankly, I'm going to be honest, I think he's doing a way better job than the other people that he's running against.
Also, we missed it, but Haley said they're gonna start a podcast if they win,
What?
and they're gonna do like weekly updates on like what's going on in leadership. And we already have a podcast, so if that's the only qualification, you need to be in charge.
we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in charge.
Yeah.
Oh, also one thing. I love the Pride Week idea. I think it's a really good idea.
I think that, not to interrupt, but like I feel like the school would feel like people part of LGBTQ community will feel very connected, you know.
Yeah.
Well, especially with the Pride Week, and then like having like Kale as the president as a part of that. Like I feel like that could make them feel very included.
Yeah, because being in like even like such a small town like this, especially being a part of that community can be really hard.
Yeah, that was one of Kale's main points, which is
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah. And because he has firsthand experience with it, and it was very rough for him.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm glad he's trying to help. But my one problem with it is I think there are, for every one person that supports it, I think there's going to be another person that hates the idea of Pride Week and thinks like, oh, they're forcing their whatever on us. And I think there's going to be weird people that like oppose the idea and give it backlash.
That's why that's why my response was I'm excited to see how it pans out, because I definitely think they're gonna be people that don't want that to be a part of our school. That people think your sexuality is not important, so why do we need to bring that to attention?
Mm-hmm.
But also, everybody in leadership class is too scared to speak up and take charge and be different. So it'll probably be fine.
No, I don't think
Yeah.
it'll be leadership people that will oppose it. I think it'll just be regular students that aren't
And
as
probably
afraid
parents
of like.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm sure some people there. I know I'm not gonna say names, but I know homophobic people. And
Louis over here.
as a homophobic, and if there is a homophobic person that goes to our school, and I know there's quite a few homophobic people that are so not afraid of expressing their homophobic beliefs. So that might be an issue where they express it and it causes a lot of divide
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of weird. This is obviously theoretical. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm just saying it is a possibility. Because they might think it's being like forced on them. And especially if like they do things where they're like, if they put like I don't know what extent it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be like, cause like during like Gay Pride, do they have a month? Gay Pride Month?
Yes, I think it's June.
Yeah. So during Gay Pride Month, like all these like corporations turn their logos to like gay pride flags and like on social media and do all this stuff. And a lot of people hate that. So like, I'm not sure if there's going to just be kind of like gay pride flags on bulletin boards and stuff, or like,
I guess we'll just see how they
Yeah.
approach it.
yeah. It depends how extreme it is. I would say would be if it's like extreme, like if it's like really extreme, I think there would be backlash. But if it's just kind of like helping, if it's just kind of
Mhm.
normal and it doesn't really change anything about the school dynamic for that Pride Week, I don't think there'll
Yeah.
be any problems.
You know, I'm not gonna say like who I want to win, but I'm pretty confident just by judging off of people that Kale's gonna win. And I'm scared that Haley is gonna, that since she lost that election, she's gonna run for student body president, and then that's senior class president, and then that's what I'm running for. So then that's when we're gonna have to really start flaming her on the podcast.
Wow.
Podcast v podcast. She better start that podcast even if she doesn't win, and then we could have podcast v podcast wars,
That'd be fun.
Podcast.
and
be
go up
funny.
on a stage and compete. Whoever does the best content for like 30 minutes.
That'd
We
be
just need to
entertaining.
get so many effects plugins and things.
I know. Yeah, nobody gets to see our sick sound setup on the ground because it's out of frame, but that's
It's-
probably a good idea because it's a bunch of chords.
Yeah.
It looks gross.
But we have some sick mixer, and every time I set it up, I feel like a DJ,
Yeah.
and we can have special effects and stuff.
What do you guys think about the student advisory board? Cause like from
He didn't give us many answers on
no,
that.
but from my interpretation of it, it seems pretty cool because it seems like it'll be so the students that aren't in leadership, but are also they also feel like they cannot like give their ideas or like if they're like, hey, I think this event would be really cool. I think that if their school put it on, this could be really cool. But I'm not in leadership, so they just keep it to themselves. I feel like hopefully if it goes well, it would be a place
Yeah.
for those students to then go and give that
Mhm.
idea.
Because I think the only people that can run for it have to not be in leadership, right? Because
Yeah.
if people that are in leadership can run for that,
Mm-hmm.
then it's just gonna be the same people that are the whole board.
I think it's a good idea, but I think people that have ideas and want to change the school coincide with the people in leadership.
Yeah.
And it's going to be very hard to find a person that has ideas and wants something to change that's not already a part of the leadership
Oh
class.
yeah.
I fucked up my question asking Kale. Like I just completely just like I was trying to ask
I
him.
think he got a little confused.
Yeah, I just messed it up, and I felt kind of.
Yeah,
felt
because
bad.
that was like the same thing we were talking about last night.
Yeah,
and
so it was,
kinda
and he
phrased it
didn't really
wrong.
understand. So it was kind of like, if someone's on the advisory board, they just seem like they're just a student that wasn't in leadership that is now in leadership. Like it doesn't really seem like there's much of a difference
Yeah.
in that. And I was also I didn't get to ask, how is that person gonna be selected?
Like
At
there'd be a
first,
vote.
at first he said student body presidents will be and represent each class, each grade level.
But
Yeah.
that won't work because
Yeah,
they're
that's what I told
already-
him. We're all already in leadership.
So could it? I think it should be all the presidents of each class get together and vote. Like there's certain people that volunteer, and then they all vote on those people for each class to represent each class, and then they get to decide.
I think every big decision should be voted on by the entire student body,
I think so too.
rather than just like the 5 people in leadership that make the decisions. Because leadership's a 40-person class, but really 5 people. The 5 people that have an idea get it done. So, would you agree with that?
Yeah. It's
A lot of people are really quiet, so there's a very minimal level of ideas. And so when somebody is confident enough, believes in their idea to say it, it's the only idea, and everybody's too scared to oppose it, so everybody agrees with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a pretty common thing.
It's yeah, because a lot of the time I feel like leadership swings and misses with a lot of their ideas and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's admirable, and everybody wants to help and make things better, but they just really don't know how.
No.
And
And
that's-
like, cause like all the dances, they like try to make them seem different, but they're just dances.
I still go off of our dance being so good.
yeah, I think
I think our
the
dance-
dance we put on was the best.
I wasn't even there.
I know. Yeah,
You
'cause
missed it. It was
You
good.
missed the best dance.
You want to know
all
how
of
it was
high
good?
school.
Nobody on social media posted what is happening or what is this.
And we had free
Every
snow
other
cones
dance they
for
do.
everybody.
Free snow cones. We were kind of geniuses. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's
The
that's
snow
I think
cones,
that's
like
a
with the
good idea.
ticket prices and stuff. We were
There's-
like, well, what if we go there? Because we need to pay off the snow cone machine, right? So we were like, well, what if people don't end up wanting a snow cone, and so like they don't we don't get money back for it. Well, why don't we just raise the price of the ticket
Yeah.
so then people just get free unlimited snow cones while we still already made the money back for the
Yeah,
snow cone
because
machine.
I was like watching how other schools put on dances, and a ticket price like $40
Yeah.
to go to the dance.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so if we want to make our dances better, we got to charge more. And then we just kind of went up like a couple of dollars, and then everybody got free snow cones.
It was pretty dope.
And then Eddie, the DJ, played the same songs though. That was funny. They were all good songs.
They
though.
were. It was a good dance.
It was a good time.
Yeah, there should also be more representation for music, because it's all the same music, I feel like, and it's not very good in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's not like
Oh, that's just
it's
dance
good
music.
dance
every
music.
single person has a different taste. In
Yeah,
music.
that's the
Yeah,
problem. It's hard
so
to.
just-
It's good dance music, I would say, but I just don't know like most of the songs.
Yeah,
Who
I
knows
mean,
if we'll even have a dance like next
it would
year?
be cool to
so.
hire a professional DJ, but then ticket prices are gonna have to go up.
Yeah, by a lot.
But that I don't think that's like, by like how much? Like $20 a ticket?
Perhaps.
I mean that's
a
not that
lot.
bad.
Plus, they're already $20, so plus $20.
Oh, they are
$20.
$20?
Well, we charge $20, or we charge $20 for a
$2
single,
extra.
right?
We charge like $2 extra than what we normally do.
I think we did 20 and 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
I
want to
forgot.
add 20
I
to
don't
that?
know what
No,
it used to be.
never
but
mind.
It used to be like
So
yeah,
no.
it was random numbers.
It
was
would go
like
up a lot.
18 and
It
just
it depends.
it was
Everybody sets their own price.
Oh yeah, they were random, but they ended up just.
but
they
then
have
we
more.
were- yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think that would work.
I didn't realize. I forgot how we haven't had a dance in a while, so I
Yeah.
forgot that they were already $20.
That's why I feel somebody needs to put on a private dance and just charge like exclusive tickets.
We should do that.
I feel it's weird that a public school has the responsibility of putting a dance together for their students. I think that's weird in the first place.
Really?
That it shoves a bunch of like 700 kids in a dark room and plays music and says have fun.
That is kind of.
I don't know why public school that's part of that.
And can we talk about how the school just kind of lets the activities that happen in those dances?
We're straying
happen?
away, but
Our-
okay.
The winter ball, right? I'm gonna say the names because I don't like them that much. But we were all dancing and stuff, and then Jimmy Acevedo and Raymond Chen show up, and they just graduated, so they're like freshmen in college. If I don't know if they were in college or whatever. That was weird. That was weird seeing somebody that had already graduated and it's been a year, and they came back to their high school dance and started dancing.
It
with
is weird that,
Teenagers.
that you just need a form in order to have like I don't know what I haven't seen the form, but I don't know if there are limits on the age, but like could you just get a form and then have a 35-year-old guy come with you?
I think
to the
I
dance,
think
like-
the age was 19. It's the
19?
last age.
Okay.
But that's
Still
if you're
weird.
not in high school, you should not be going to high school dance.
No.
When I saw them there, I thought they like snuck in, and I went out and I'm like, are these guys allowed to be here? And they're like, yeah. That was weird. I'm like, well, they're so old.
If you're like with someone, maybe it would be
Not
okay.
if one of them is 19 and the other one's 15.
Well, that
That's
would be
weird. Yeah,
That was
that was what
That-
was
wait, that
happening.
was what was-
that was the
Yes.
case. Yes,
It's
Who
weird.
are they with?
doesn't matter. But
I-
that they were
yeah.
15.
If you're not
Oh,
in
yeah,
high
sorry.
school, you should not be at a dance at a high school.
Oh,
dance.
so they were. I thought they.
no,
Okay.
they already graduated, and this was the year later.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's like a senior or like a junior with like a freshman in college at like a dance, I don't think that's that bad.
It was a sophomore.
But
It was a sophomore in high school with a freshman in college, or they would have been a freshman in college.
I don't.
That's weird.
That's weird.
I don't like that. But yeah, so that's why I think private dances should be a thing, and I think somebody should just rent out a place and charge high ticket prices and buy decorations, and it'll be a lot cooler. And that's what we should do. We have the Polar Podcast dance coming up, and then we don't have to worry about COVID stuff or other regulations that the school put on. What? So
That'd be pretty fun.
very cool.
Except I feel like a lot of people would try to do illegal activity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we just say, but it's not put on by the school anymore. If you do something we don't like, you're gone.
That's true.
It's true.
Okay,
Would we have like bouncers? Like
of sorts. Well, we can plan it later, not on the podcast.
Big things coming.
big things
Big
coming.
things. Polar is really going off. Okay, cool. I think that's pretty much the end of the episode. Have anything else we want to go over?
Mm.
Somebody's rocking up out there. Cool. Well, thanks everyone for listening. We haven't decided yet, but either gonna be another episode this weekend or next Wednesday. So we see you then.
See ya.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Bye.